We established Black Wall Street districts around the globe in the spirit of the original Black Wall Street district of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street districts can be recognized as an urban area that is a thriving center of business, industry, and culture, and is a commercial strip that has 50 to 70% or more businesses owned by African Americans.
Support the Black Wall Street USA movement for the next 300 years. We established Black Wall Street districts around the globe in the spirit of Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. This movement is about God, our ancestors, and future generations. Your supporting membership will further show you are willing to perform the same ground paving efforts for generations we will never meet. Visit blackwallstreet.org/join and keep the movement moving.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the weekly Black Wall Street, South Carolina conference call. And we are so delighted that everyone is coming on. We want to first open with prayer. Eternal God, our Father, we bless your name. We glorify you today. We thank you for your multiple blessings, mercy, for keeping us yet another day in the land of the living. Thank you, Father, for your mercy on those that are in our hearts right now, struggling with employment, food insecurity, health issues, increasing premiums for medical care. God, we ask right now that you have mercy and put more fight in the fighters in this movement, Father. We thank you for keeping us, blessing us, healing us, and keeping our minds straight and focused completely on you. All these things we ask in Christ's name, amen. I want to thank you. We certainly want to acknowledge today the State Director, Sister Cherie Blake out of Charleston, and certainly the Vice State Director, Brother Quentin Littlejohn out of Gaffney, South Carolina, and the entire Black Wall Street, South Carolina State Council. And we thank God for their commitment to this movement. Brother Littlejohn will be on shortly with announcements pertaining a major project that he has going, and we're just grateful for both our leaders in South Carolina. They are all doing such a great work to advance, to enhance, and to elevate this movement. Before we go into that, I want to just cover what the movement is about briefly, and then we'll get into the remaining of our meeting. We have a special guest on tonight who is an actual descendant of one of the Black Wall Street pioneers, Dr. A.C. Jackson. And I encourage you, if you have access to your computer while you're on this call, go to our website and just in the search field, type in Dr. Jackson, and it will pull up a beautiful story written by our team. But the first step in our mission, know what the mission of Black Wall Street USA, our mission is to establish Black Wall Street districts all over the globe. That is our mission, that's our aim, that's our focus, and we are asking anyone and everyone to they want to participate in that effort, to join us in that effort. So the first step deals with the right spirit. There's sevenfold ministry. There's the seven spiritual structure to our divine maker, who is God. It has nothing to do with religion. It's all spiritual. The first spirit is the spirit of the Lord, the Adonai, the lordship of God. God doing for us without looking for anything in return. That is the spirit of the Lord. The second spirit is the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of understanding, 3, spirit of counsel, 4, spirit of power or spirit of might, and then the spirit of knowledge and the spirit of the reverent fear of God. That is what governs the Black Wall Street movement. That is the very first step in our mission. And the second step is recognizing a district in your community. That is the second step of our mission. Wherever you turn around, do a 360, you see an opportunity to elevate and create opportunity for current and future generations in that community that qualifies to be a Black Wall Street district. So you recognize a district. 3, measurable objectives. Like anything in life, you always pull out a measuring stick to deal with the objectives of a vision, a plan. And so you see measurable objectives. And then the next is evaluation. You evaluate every aspect of that community. And then you do a capacity analysis. You analyze what you're working with, what you're dealing with on all levels, economic, health, crime, whatever it is. You do a capacity analysis. And then you do a feasibility study on that area. Is it feasible to create a district in this area? And then the next step is legislation. Legislation is important because you want to create any avenue to funding, support on the municipality level, whether it's local, county, state, federal, or international. The legislation is important. So we have what's called the Black Wall Street Act. You can go to our website, type in that Black Wall Street Act, and it'll pull it up. And then the final 8th step to our mission is the Black Wall Street District Proposal. And I recommend this in your personal life as well. But in this step, all district leaders, especially, are responsible for writing a 100-year, 200-year, and 300-year plan for that area. In other words, you must go far and beyond your own lifetime, as our ancestors did. All of what they fought for back there in history. What makes them our ancestors is because even though they didn't know us personally, because we weren't born, they had us in mind. They did not want future generations to suffer degradation and tyranny at the hands of the oppressor. So they fought, they bled, they died. Dr. A.C. Jackson was assassinated by a 14-year-old white boy while he yet had his hands in the air. An amazing soul. You need to know this man. In fact, I encourage all of you to talk about and read and study the pioneers that's on our website. Everybody from Bishop Otis Clark to Simon Berry, Lula Williams, Mabel Little, Viola Floyd Fletcher, Sister Leslie Randall, who just on the 10th, 2 days ago, turned 111 years old. And we sent her birthday wishes, and I encourage you, it's not too late. Send her a birthday wish. The email is lessierandle@blackwallstreet.org. That's Lessie, LESSIERANDLE @blackwallstreet.org, and it will get to her family, and they can read it to her. And I mean, people have been obedient. If you got a text from me or a notification, please do it. Reach out to her. She's 111 years old. Wow. All right. MemTrack. I would encourage you to encourage others to become a part of the new platform that's powered by AI. It's called MemTrack. And if you do not have your MemTrack, I encourage you to get it. And it helps you stay connected to the movement. And you will understand the most 3 primary things that we exist: connectivity, innovation, and solution. That's it. There's nothing else in the universe. See, God had to connect with us. So how did he do that? He blew the breath of life into us. And once we became a living soul, all these little mini gods became innovative. And when we hear from Brother Adams tonight, the great-great-nephew of Dr. A.C. Jackson, you'll discover that Dr. Jackson was innovative. In fact, some of the apparatuses used in that day in medicine have been, upgraded, but came from Dr. Jackson. So he was an innovator. We all have the potential to be an innovator. And the last innovation brings about what? Solution. So we're not at the same place that we were in terms of medicine 50 years ago. There has been advances. Well, advancements come about because of innovation. Connectivity, innovation, and solutions is what MemTrack offers. And so with that said, I'm going to, now I do see, yeah, also, Slavery Project. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I don't know where I'd be without Sister Ursula Henderson, my executive assistant. Please check out the Slavery Project. Our web team is working so hard on the Slavery Project. It takes up a lot of their time, but man, when you get there, it's amazing. It's very comprehensive, and it deals with every state in the Union. Every state has a story about slavery to some degree. Even when they moved west, a lot of the settlements in the west, Idaho, Montana, and Oregon and Washington, have roots in slavery because the investment in slavery helped fuel economic growth going all the way to the West Coast. And when you get to California, you'll find out it was a black man who helped found the state of California. So it's a vast, deep dive into slavery in this country, especially at a time when the turquoise demon in the White House is trying to shut down any stories in museums about slavery. We ain't having it. So I'm so proud of the web team. In fact, they're working with Brother Adams on, look for it, at Dr. A.C. Jackson.org, the Dr. A.C. Jackson Foundation. And I mean, Brother Adams has brought so much content. We're so proud of him. And he's a member of Black Wall Street. He has MemTrack. So we're proud of it. Okay. I'm going to call on, let's see now, I believe this is the Vice State Director. Brother Littlejohn, is that you? Number ending in 4250.
No, that's Beverly Williams. I'm just listening.
Can you identify yourself?
Yes, I'm Beverly Williams.
Hello?
I'm listening in. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Okay, I don't.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, well, we'll. Brother Adams, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here.
Hello?
Okay, say something, because it seems like though either my earpieces here, maybe I need to take my earpieces out, because I see you moving.
Hello? Hello?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I'm. This is John Adams, acjackson.org. I hear you saying hello. I don't know if Brother Dr. Carter hears you.
Okay. That we fixed it. It was a technical issue. Can you guys hear me now?
I can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who's the other caller? 4250.
That's me. That's Beverly Williams. I'm listening into this meeting for the first time. I do reside in South Carolina, but I'm one of the newer.
Okay.
Yeah.
God bless you, Sister Williams. Okay.
Thank
all
you.
right. God bless you. God bless. We're still waiting for the state director, Sister Blake, and Brother Quentin Littlejohn. If you're familiar with South Carolina, there's a university there that just went default and closed down. Been there since for 189 years, and it's a white-owned university. They defaulted, and they overspent their endowment, which caused students to have to transfer and put the university in debt. I believe almost $500,000 in tuition, and so Brother Littlejohn went in there, and they were shredding documents, and the owner is working with him to get investors to purchase the land. It's 128 acres. So we've been working with Brother Littlejohn on this project for a few weeks now, and he now has his perspectives. He has his memorandum of understanding and other documents that he needs. He's a developer, a community activist. So prayerfully, he'll be getting on here with us. But while we're waiting, I want to introduce this young man here, Brother John Stuart Adams from Oregon. He is the great nephew of Dr. A.C. Jackson. And Brother Adams, you just go for it, brother. Tell us about your family.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm out right outside my favorite cafe, so I got your message. So forgive me. I can't talk loud in the cafe, so I just stepped out. But I really, Brother Carter, appreciate you allowing me to have an opportunity to speak a little bit. So I am, as Dr. Carter said, I am the great nephew of Dr. Andrew Chesting Jackson. That was his full name at birth. He was born, I believe, on February 8, 1879 in Memphis, Tennessee. His father, Townsend Jackson, was actually a son of a slave owner who actually fought in the Battle of Lookout Mountain. And I guess the Union Army won, and he was able to go free, and he was in Memphis. He moved to Memphis, and a couple years later he married his wife, Sophronia Jackson. She came from Texas. She was, I believe, full-blooded Indian, I believe. And they had 3 children. Minnie Mae Jackson, who was my great-grandmother. Townsend Jackson, who is the middle son, and then of course Andrew Chesting Jackson, who was the baby. As Dr. Carter said, A.C. Jackson was an innovator. He was a tinkerer. In 1916, just to give you an example, my great aunt, Lola Wilhelmina Howell, and she lived on Quincy Boulevard until her death in 2003, I believe, at 96. But in 1916, she was 8 years old, and she came down with scarlet fever. And this is in the book, The Burning. I don't know if you guys, if you want to read it, I think Tim Madigan wrote the book, The Burning.
Right.
Essentially what happened is Dr. Jackson, her uncle, came to see her, and her mother and father, H.A. Guest, who was my great-grandfather, and Minnie Mae Guest, who was Dr. Jackson's sister. They came to see Lola Wilhelmina, and he basically was a tinkerer, so he came up with a potion that he devised. I call him an advanced compound pharmacist, and he came up with a potion and swabbed it around her mouth and saved her life. So he was forever my aunt's hero. And speaking of which, if you ever see a picture of Dr. Jackson with a tear in the middle of it, a diagonal tear, I actually have the copy of that picture. It's about 110 years old. It's coming apart. But that picture of Dr. Jackson is actually emblematic of the generational trauma that a lot of folks suffered. My aunt Tilly, who Dr. Jackson was her hero, could no longer look at his picture because she could not stand the fact that he was murdered by a bunch of thugs. And she gave it to my uncle, my dad's father. And my uncle passed away in 2023, and then I inherited it. So, and I've had it digitally remastered and what have you. So I think if you want to know, a lot of people like to focus on his death. I like to focus on what he did between the dashes. So he graduated from Meharry in 1904. At that time, Oklahoma was not a state. So he received his license from the tribal authority, the 5 tribes, I think Choctaw, Cherokee, Creek, I can't think of the other 2, Apache. But there was a governing authority that issued licenses, and they wanted to make sure that, these people that were practicing medicine were not quacks. So people had to get a license to the tribal authority. And it comes to find out, it's funny how I find this out, is because I found his marriage license to Julia Ruffin in 1907. And that's how I said, well, if I can find his marriage license from the tribal authority, his medical license almost was there too. So I found his medical license. So, and it's listed on the website that we're working on. So, and I really, Dr. Carter, I'm very, very appreciative of your web team. I reached out to them, and because I've never had this website get this far, so I'm very, very appreciative of that. But just to give you a story, a quick story. So on May 8th, 1918, at about 3 o'clock, between 3 and 3:30 in the afternoon, at the Okmulgee AME Church in Oklahoma, Dr. Jackson was giving a speech on the differential diagnosis of diphtheria and scarlet fever. I think he also, before that, touched on tuberculosis. So he was a subject matter expert on that subject. In addition to becoming an expert on surgeon, the Mayo brothers recognized him as the top black surgeon of his time. Now, unfortunately, there is a letter that my aunt mentioned in a video that my family has a letter, so I'm still looking for that letter from the Mayo Clinic. In fact, I've been talking with the Mayo Clinic over the last couple of years and haven't been able to find it. The other thing I wanted to tell you, since he was a tinkerer, and back then, so you guys know as a background, medicine was loosely regulated. There wasn't as much regulation as there is now. And as a result of that, there was a guy named Flexner who came in and tried to winnow the number of medical schools out there. And there was a number of black medical schools that were basically closed down, speaking of educational institutions being closed down, because they weren't up to snuff. So there's left Meharry, Howard, I think Xavier, and I can't think of the other one. It's in Atlanta. But what I'm saying is he was able to do things that he probably couldn't do now. So he dealt with baths. He was into everything. He did radium baths. He did surgery. Of course, he did the diphtheria and scarlet fever. But one of the interesting things I want to tell you guys is that 3 to 4 weeks before his murder, he had been elected the state vice president of the Oklahoma State Society of Physicians, pharmacists, and dentists. and that's kind of like a spinoff or what do you call it? I'm trying to think, an auxiliary of the National Medical Association, which was the black counterpart to the American Medical Association. So about April of 1921, he was writing a letter to the editor and president of the National Medical Association. And he basically said, I don't have enough subscriptions, I guess is one of the responsibilities of us, and you guys can appreciate this, as a responsibility of a state vice president, he had to get subscriptions to the National Medical Journal. And he mentioned, I've only got 26 of them. I'm still working. And he said the following also. There were two conversations he had, and I actually got to see what he actually said, which just blew me away. Because I didn't find anything. I've never heard him speak, obviously, but I had his actual words. And what he was saying in April of 1921 and May of 1921 is that he was trying to get to the meeting in Louisville, but he said, I'm rebuilding the engine on my Chandler. Now, the Chandler was an automobile manufacturer out of Cleveland, and they came on the scene in 1915, and so that was a new car, and there was quite a few Chandlers in Tulsa at the time. So I thought, well, he's rebuilding the engine. Is he actually hiring somebody to rebuild the engine, or is he doing it himself? So I came away with thinking that since he tinkered around with medicines and compounds and has some inventions on surgical equipment, since he was gifted with his hands, why wouldn't he be gifted with his hands as far as a mechanic? So my theory is, based on that information, that this man was actually fixing his car, rebuilding the engine on his car. Now, I don't know that for sure, but logic dictates that he probably was, because he liked to invent stuff. He liked to fool around with stuff. And so that's what I came away with. So as Dr. Carter and his group web team have done, and I'm really, really deeply appreciative, we started to kind of give a composite of some of the articles and tracking his life. So one of the articles that I sent over, and you guys will get a kick out of this, on December 25th of 1914, Dr. Jackson, his wife Julia Jackson, and his father, T.D. Jackson. Now the mother, Dr. Jackson's mother and T.D. Jackson's wife died early in that year in January. But they were having Christmas dinner. And I said, oh, my God, something au gratin, something roly-poly pie, coffee, all types of stuff that they were eating. So I actually know what he was eating on Christmas Day, 1914. So, and back then, newspapers were very societal. So if you went down the street and had a cup of coffee with your friend, that might end up, depending on who you are, might end up in the newspapers. So that's one of the beautiful things about me doing research on him. But so now my family started a foundation, so we're trying to honor his work because, as Dr. Carter said, at about 3 o'clock, he was working on the 31st of May when the massacre had kicked off, and he was basically attending to, I guess, burn victims, broken legs, gunshot wounds. As a surgeon, you can imagine he was really busy. He had told his wife a day ago to say go to Chicago, and because things are going to get hot. And we later learned that his wife told him that when he said go to Chicago, she said, come with me. And he goes, no, I want to stay back and help. She said, they're going to murder you. And I found this out because in 1966, Julia Lester, she'd been married to another doctor, I can't think of his name now, and he died. So she went to visit my grandmother, my uncle, my great-uncle, my grandmother, Dr. Jackson's sister. She lived to be the age of 99. In 1966, and also my uncle, my dad's brother, and she pulled my uncle into the hallway, and she was crying. She said, "I've lost one. I've been widowed by 2 doctors, and now I'm married again." And she said, "I wish." In 1966, she was still crying and saying she wished he would have come with her to Chicago because he might still be alive. But she went on to have a really nice life, and she died in 1971. She worked in Chicago with the YWCA and some of the projects there, middle class advocacy that she was doing for black folks up there. So anyway, I am trying to, my family is trying to keep his memory alive. So I'm tinkering with a lot of different ideas about how we can help advocacy in the communities, because we know there's a lot of disparities, racial disparities. I took a class at Harvard Business Online on racial disparities, and that was pretty eye-opening. They basically came right out and said, yes, medicine is racist. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, there was a hospital in Chicago, 20 hospitals in Chicago right during the COVID crisis, penned an open letter and said racism is the major reason for, death and illness in Chicago for certain groups of people. So I am dedicated, my family's dedicated to trying to keep his memory alive. So that's basically what I want to say, unless you want me to say anything else.
But man, brother, that was beautiful. And just to let everybody know, we will be posting this call on the social media, YouTube channel, Facebook, everywhere, because we always get delighted when we hear from a descendant of one of the pioneers from Tulsa, from Greenwood. And so, brother, we want you to go on as many calls as you can.
Yes, sir.
We love to hear from us, yes, sir, from an aspect of family who is dedicated to preserving the legacy of their loved one and committed to educating others. And that's what we are all about. Yeah, we would not be this movement had it not been for those who sacrificed. And so we also have, Brother Adam, a lady from Tulsa, and her name is Billy Parker. She owns what's called the Black Wall Street Market. She's in the agriculture, teaches children how. Oh, yes, sir. And I'm going to ask her to have some words. Mr. Parker?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I can hear you.
Oh, yes. Hi, how are you all?
Doing good.
Wonderful.
Bless. I just got on, so I'm sorry. I missed a lot of stuff.
Oh, no. You're fine. This young man here is the great nephew of one of the Greenwood pioneers, Dr. A.C. Jackson. And I want you two to connect when possible. His name is John Adams.
John Harris?
Adams.
John Adams? Oh, I don't know. Are you from Tulsa, John?
Well, yes and no. I never lived in Tulsa because my father was in the military. But every time we came and visited Tulsa, My aunt lived on 2504 North Quincy Avenue.
Who's your aunt?
Lola Wilhelmina Howell.
Oh, Wilhelmina. I've heard of her. Yeah, Howell.
Yep, that's my great aunt. That was Dr. Jackson's. That was Dr. Jackson's niece, and he was her hero. So,
oh, wow. Yeah, I was listening to your story. It sounds really good. I mean, wow, you're telling the truth.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to learn the truth, so anybody on the line wants to help me with the truth, I'd be glad. I'm putting that out there, so my research is never ending.
Wow. Yep, it's never ending because it's still friction on Greenwood. I mean, the ancestors, we still haven't got anything accomplished, but you could feel it when you go on Greenwood. It's always commotion or it's always something that you could just feel on Greenwood. So they're not satisfied until we got a long way to go, but we're getting there. And I'm so glad you all are reaching out to, keeping the Black Wall Street alive. Because if we didn't, wow, it's something else. But that's the way it goes.
I will tell you, and I didn't say this in my talk, that there was a fight a legal fight, not a physical fight, but a legal fight between my family and a group called it's a museum. I can't think of the museum. You probably know what it is.
The recent museum?
Pardon me?
The recent museum to just Greenwood Rising?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a lawsuit against them when we were fighting in court, and they didn't want us. Yeah, and I'm now the special administrator, so to speak, but we have a racist judge there who is just stalling. But we got after 2 years, we got a ruling by an appeals court, basically a 2-to-1 ruling that said I should serve as a special administrator.
What year?
So I am. What year was that? That was in 2024, I want to say. I don't have the actual. I'm not looking at the actual document.
Is it still going on?
No, we won the case. It's just that the judge. Yeah, I think, and I was telling my Demario Solomon Simmons, who was my attorney. I was telling him. Yep. I was telling him that, hey, this is one of the only successful lawsuits in the Tulsa race massacre. I'm not bragging, but I'm just saying that we prevailed.
I would love to read on that. If you could send me that information, can you text it to me at my number?
On the court case?
Yeah, I would love to get more information on that.
Yeah, I'm actually quoted on Fox News. There was an interview. I was actually quoted
Can I give you my number where you can send me that information?
Sure.
You have a pencil, 918.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I'm outside in Portland, Oregon. It's cold. Hold on a second. I don't want to interrupt my cafe audience.
Oh, sorry. Wow, that's interesting.
918
770.
Okay.
60.
Okay.
20.
Oh, now 918-770. What was the last four?
606020.
60.
My name.
Give me that last four now.
6020.
Oh, 6020. Okay.
And my name is Billie Parker, Billie.
Your name is what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm outside. What was the last name?
Okay. Parker, Parker.
Okay.
And you can follow me at Black Wall Street Market or Billie Parker. You can follow me that way. But I would love to get more information on what you're talking about. or what you have done.
Yeah. Well, I haven't done anything yet. It's not what I'm getting. I'm about to make some serious damage in the healthcare space.
Wow, I heard. I would love to be involved.
Yeah, I'm doing that. So I got four things I want to do. So, well, 4 things my family wants to do. Yeah, I heard about,
like you said, that it's different. The white folks' medicine is different from ours. I've been trying to tell my elder people that, but they do not listen. They do whatever. It's really hard here.
Yes.
To make them understand the difference.
Yes.
Even in the blood pressure. Even in the blood pressure.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well,
wow. I would love to follow you. So if you could send me information on how to follow you, I'd appreciate that.
I will.
Too.
Yeah. I've just built out a LinkedIn page, the A.C. Jackson Foundation LinkedIn page. Okay. I'm building that out. You can see that I live in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm in a little. One of the things nice about my neighborhood is really chill and charming, but because we have an ICE facility right around the corner, we attract protesters and the feds.
Wow, that's interesting.
So I like to say out here, these white folks out here are lit. So anyway.
Wow.
So anyway,
wow.
So yes, I will definitely get you some information.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes,
well, I'm going to
indeed.
stop talking, Brother Carter.
Well, no, you guys just go right ahead on. I'm just so pleased to see this. We coast to coast tonight on the South Carolina call. South Carolina, Oklahoma, Oregon, California. So God is really blessing us, and I'm glad this connection was made. So now you know someone there. And the state director, Sister Parker, is the vice state director for Black Wall Street, Oklahoma. The state director is Sister Rahima Rahim. And I was trying to get her on, but I guess she's having phone difficulties. But you'll meet a lot of people.
And I could be the one introduced you to.
Yeah, your heart, everybody, for the most part, their heart is in the right place. And that's the most important thing. And, most people like to look at people's resumes and dropping names. I don't look at none of that. I could care less. I just want to know where your heart is. And if I look at your heart and it's the right thing, that's all that matters. That's this other young lady we got on here, Sister Beverly Williams. Now, this is another amazing story, and I mean, you tell us about Echo Housing, Sister Williams, if you don't mind. She has an awesome. She's a developer. Well, she's on here, Sister Williams. Can you hear me? From South Carolina. Sister Williams, Beverly. She's probably on another call.
I'm actually going to be in North Carolina next week for FEMA, so.
Oh, are you?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
But don't worry, my foundation work will continue.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Thanks to you all. Thanks to your web development team.
And they're amazing. These young people are amazing. And the supervisors, like Brother Todd Hiller, they've been around over 20 years. But these younger millennials.
Okay.
Yeah, these younger millennials, they're the ones that are working on the A.C. Jackson Foundation website. And
my family is so appreciative.
Oh, well, look, I just tell everybody, encourage people to support the movement, because that's how God uses us to get it done. And it would not be the spirit of Black Wall Street if we did not work with you. I mean, that's just, it's a given. I wish more families of these pioneers would step up. Like the J.D. Stratford family, they step up. They give us content, and but Simon Berry, the Lula and John Williams, Bishop Otis Clark, E.C. Franklin, all of these, families to step up a little bit more and get the word out and teach, because these pioneer stories are curriculum. I mean, it is the way in which our movement is modeled after their lives, after what they've contributed. And so it is an honor. And they are excited to just actually be working on something like this. And you just add fuel to that passion. So I'm going to call Sister Williams one more time. Sister Williams, Beverly Williams. I see her on here. Maybe she clicked over. I don't know.
Well, I'd like to say something.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to say something about Black History Month. We're going through that, and Trump is trying to take that away from us. But it'll be in February. It'll be 100 years, and we need to everywhere, every state, around the world. We need to still celebrate Black History Month. I think. I don't know if everybody agree with me, but what I'm doing for February.
They can't take Black history away, because we're products of Black history. So.
I know, but he's trying to do it. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, well, he's trying to do a lot of things, but
if everybody in every state and just do something for Black History Month, it'll be he can't win, but he's going to try. But you know how some people is, they just go along with the flow, but we got to keep it going. So in February, I'm having a festival called Black Thoughts Matter. This will be my 13th annual Black Wall Street Heritage and History Festival. And what we're doing next year, February the 7th, we're having the festival theme is Black Thoughts Matter. And we're having Black authors, that's from Oklahoma. It's about 24 of them where we're going to recognize, award, and honor. So I'm getting ready for that festival, and I'll send out more information as I go through it. So that's going to be an awesome event.
Okay.
And when is that date again, Sister Parker?
It's February the 7th.
Okay.
February the 7th, it'll be from 11 to 6, and it's called the 13th Annual Black Wall Street Heritage and History Festival. And I've been doing it for 13 years, and this will be it'll be my 13th year. So it'll be posted everywhere. I just don't have the location which way I'm going, but I'll have more maybe in December and January.
Okay.
And we're recognizing and honoring. It's a lot of Black authors in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I'm trying to stop it at 24. But, I am going to stop it at 24. So I'll be reaching out if you all know of anybody that from Oklahoma that have wrote a book, author. We might include the artist too. But it's all about recognizing, because we have a lot of talent in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how I started the Black Wall Street Heritage and History Festival in February, because of the talent and we have so much to give here in Oklahoma, and it's hidden. So I'm one of them that's trying to bring it out.
That is awesome. We certainly, know what to do. Get it to our web team and certainly put it out there. But yeah, Brother Adams, when you get to Tulsa again, make sure you get to North Osage Road. What is it, 5616?
5616 North Osage Drive. I brought
North Osage.
Yeah. I keep on going out. I bought a 3-acre farm in North Tulsa, and because we're in a deserted area, and I teach the kids also how to grow their own vegetables. And right now we have
that is great.
I have 3 chickens. I have 4 chickens. I'm raising chickens now, and boy, you wouldn't believe the story. But we're doing that, this is my first rodeo on chickens. I mean, I have chicks, but we'll soon be, teaching our kids about that and honey and sewing and canning, and it's a lot we got to do with these children to grow their own vegetables.
Well, that kind of dovetails with what my family's trying to do with the foundation. We are trying to work with nonprofit hospitals, and as a part of their responsibility as nonprofit hospitals, they're supposed to take their tax savings and invest it in community health. So basically, Uncle Sam has said, hey, we're buying community participation with your tax savings. So what I'm doing is there's a requirement that all these nonprofit hospitals basically set aside money every year for charity care. So that's people who go to the emergency room, I'm just going to use that as an example, and either are indigent or woefully underinsured or not insured at all. They're supposed to offer financial assistance based on the poverty multiple.
Wonderful.
So there's a hospital there, and that's one of the things, the next step of my website, the advocacy. Basically, I'm going to change our mission statement to creating advocates out of advocacy. So we want to go into the community in that hospital. There's a hospital down there, and I can't think of the name of it, but they're ranked as one of the top hospitals as far as being socially responsible. I want to say it's St. Francis. Yes, there you go. Uh-huh. Yes. So I want to work with them.
We have St. Francis, Hillcrest, and St. John.
Okay. So I want to work with St. Francis in developing and helping them do outreach in the community for the financial assistance plans. And I want to embed financial application in my website. But anyway, did you want to say something, Dr. Carter?
No. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. And that's going to be in our global initiative portfolio. So
right.
It's going to be on your site and our site. So we want to. Yeah. Our goal is to drive. Yeah, our goal is to drive people to the foundation website so that people can see a template, an idea of what they should be doing. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I went to Tulsa, I was 19, and I was a typical teen in college in Little Rock. So when the spirit hit me, just as Sister Parker said, when I got down there, the first place we went, we pulled over by the Oak Lawn Cemetery, and I'm telling you, the weight of those grounds of our ancestors. Oh, you're where you are, because the overwhelming message was we got unfinished business, and that wouldn't leave my spirit. It just stayed with me for like 10 years, and that's how the movement started. Right. And I mean, it gripped me. I had never experienced a sensation like that before, and I didn't know why. I was chasing girls and doing what 19-year-old kids do. And,
that's understood.
But after being weighed down by the presence of our ancestors, I couldn't.
Yes, they call you. If you come here, they will call you.
They will call you. I'm telling you. And people be like, "Is you?" And Mount Vernon Church there on Greenwood, we went down into the basement, and that was like my fifth trip to Tulsa.
Oh yeah,
and
we got a private tour.
Look, well, it's more than a tour. It's more or less an experience, because you feel it's like it's hard to describe. It's like a pressure. It's like
That's it.
You can't resist. You can't. Yeah. You can't resist. You can't resist that they got your attention. Ain't nothing you can do. It's almost like sleep paralysis, especially if you're in the spirit. Now this ain't no flesh thing. This ain't nothing carnal, nothing world. This is all spiritual. And I'm like, and so now if you go over there, they trying to charge you to go down into the basement. And I called
right.
that church and told them, you need to cut that out. Stop trying. See, the devil always tries to manipulate and take advantage of the gift, the anointing, and that's not how it works. And
right.
So I called that church, and the young pastor ain't there no more. It's somebody else there. But I let him know. I said, you out of pocket. You're not that.
Well, that pastor even worse. The one that's there now is even worse. When did you call him?
I bet. Well,
they still charging.
Yeah, last spring. No, this spring. No, it was last spring, 2024, is when I called down there.
Oh, they're still charging. He didn't even put a fence around there. He put a fence around there so you could charge to get in his gate.
Right.
Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that they were doing some construction? Not to interrupt you, but they were doing some construction on that church, and when they dug the ground up to do the construction, they could still smell the burnt smoke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's a baseball stadium. It's a baseball stadium there for the baseball club called the Tulsa Drillers. It's a Class B club, and the Greenwood Chamber of Commerce own that property, but the developers was given 6 other sites in that Tulsa area to build this baseball stadium. And they went forth to dig in that ground, and they found the remains of our ancestors. But they kept building. Our own people sold out for $1 million. That's why they don't like me in Tulsa. Because I'll tell you, I don't care who's who. You sold out for $1 million. Right now, here today, there are remains of our ancestors under that stadium. That's why they don't win no games.
That's right.
Oh, that's why we were suing the Greenwood Rising, because they built their museum on top of my uncle's land, and
Yeah, well, I was out there for a whole year, and basically
they were calling us. Go ahead.
Oh, this is Marshawn. Oh, brother Adam, you're going to have to connect with this young man now. This is Brother Marshawn Kinsey. He's been promoted to my Deputy Chief of Staff for Global Affairs, and he'll give you a brief on it. But go ahead, Marshawn. Tell them about your experience there at Tulsa.
Yeah, I was in Tulsa for a year. You know, we did the 100-year commemoration at the Dream Center that happened at the 100-year 2001 and 2021. And I mean, you know, what they did basically at the Dream Center, I was the one who put that together. I was there 3 months before everybody got there with the World Conference of Mayors. Everybody was set in place. And as we got things set, if you notice, what they did is there's like northern Tulsa, and then there's like, you know, what we call the southern part of Tulsa. And that's where kind of downtown Tulsa is. And so what they did is they bought everything out, and then they convinced everybody in North Tulsa with the museums and everything to come and lease from their properties and all that part in place. And so it's basically just a blackface Wall Street. It's basically everything is white on, and black people rent from it, and all downtown. That's it.
That's the bottom line right there. And we still slaves. They still slaves on Greenwood. How you doing, Marshawn? This is Billy Parker.
I'm doing. Hey, how's everything going? I'm doing real good. That's why we wanted to come with the Uptown Tulsa right there in North Tulsa to dedicate all our funds to the Uptown part, because that's where the majority of blacks are living, in Uptown Tulsa.
Right. Yeah. Imagine
now, Marshawn,
this.
Marshawn, this is. Let me introduce you, Brother Adam. This is Dr. A.C. Jackson's great nephew, Brother John Stuart Adams. And he is he's working, our web team is working with Brother Adams to build the Dr. A.C. Jackson Foundation website. So you two go give him, you guys exchange numbers, because you guys are going to have to talk, because, you know, this is my global deputy, and this young man has brought, he's on the African Council of 50 members, and we got council members from all over Africa. He's also overseeing the Black Wall Street Australia effort, headed up by Dr. Vanessa Adams. She's an Adams too. Yeah.
You have a Black Wall Street district in Australia? Really?
We're working on it right now. Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Oh my God!
And now you know the lay of the land for Australia, because when I was there, they was telling me, "Are you sure you want to go north?" Because they only have 2 seasons in the north part of Australia, hot and rainy. And so I was like, well, I don't know. We might just have to stay down here in Sydney and Perth and all these other areas. But the idea is to the indigenous folks, the Aboriginal, our people, our families, are they can connect with the spirit of Tulsa. You know, Tulsa was a microcosm of something that colonialism and, you know, bondage and all these other things that remind people of what oppression is. And so these are just some of the projects this young brother here, he ain't even 50, and he working on and doing. So we're so proud of him and his time. He actually went to Tulsa, put in time.
Congratulations.
And he's been with us since 2000. He's been a member of Black Wall Street since 2008, 2009. Amazing, brother.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Kudos to you.
Yes, indeed.
So we're really excited about it. We just got the Black Carpenters Union set in place. They're coming all aboard to get them finished up. So I should have all the paperwork and set for you by Thursday, Dr. Carter, on that part, and that proposition, that union will be set in place. And then we have the Black NASA, which will be doing the same thing. So all the Black retirees of NASA, they'll become signing on. And then we have the Blacks of Silicon Valley. They'll be doing their award show in February. So we want the Black Wall Street to come and represent there for them. At that big award show, it'll be 11th anniversary of all of basically the Black STEM. And so we want to connect that with Black, because what they're doing is they have their own technology, their own different kind of actual servers, their own platforms, and their own kind of, we don't want to use Windows 11. We want our own Black 11, basically. So they have our own software to integrate into our own technology. So, this is going to be perfect outlet as we get ready to go and open up our Black Wall Street store. We're going to be able to have software implementation and downloads that's Black-owned, 100% new technology that's advanced past everything else that is existing right now.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's awesome. Well, it was so when you guys were both, you and Ms. Parker were talking about how there's white-owned, Black, but white-owned, that's what the museum is.
Yeah.
So the Greenwood Rising. So what's funny, there was a young lady, I'll send you guys the article. There was a lady that came out. She was, I think she was a Post reporter, and she interviewed me and Demario Simmons. And basically she wrote an article about the fight that we were having with Greenwood Rising. And that she kind of wrote the contextually, the article was written like, are we trying to represent the doctor, or are they just trying to hide behind their, the white dominance?
Just put it on the show to satisfy they satisfy us just a little bit. And most of the majority of the people here, they accept that because they got a little bit of this. But I think the museum is not correct. It should have been way bigger and
right.
And then they're charging people to go in. And I've been in there one time because
I was in there too.
It's a game. It's a game they're playing. But we have a mayor now that's doing a lot of stuff here in Tulsa.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
What he's doing, but he's there for us too. And the white folks don't like it, but hey.
Yeah, because what was funny. Go ahead.
I was going to say one of the things they do to stagnate the Blacks is when it comes to, like, once you get your building and your things set in place, what they do is they give you sort of plumbing issues you need to fix. There's no plumbing issue, but it's just not to their liking. And so what happens is they have you prolonged on, stuck on trying to fix a plumbing issue. So you can open up the museum. The problem is once it's time to get certified, they're going to give you 3 or 4 years of excuse. Oh, this is not right. This is not right. I mean, I had a guy out there when I was out there. He was trying transporting oil, they made his cost to take the oil and get rid of it more than it cost to actually get the oil changes done. So he couldn't even do the oil changes for like $30-$40 because for him to actually take the oil and get it kind of cleaned or whatever he needed to do to dispose of it, they costed so much. So they really do everything they can to make black business kind of suffer so that you're forced to kind of go to their facilities. So even if you do got a good building, you're still not going to pass inspection, but they builders will always pass inspection. So they'll say, well, you can just move over here temporarily until you can get yours fixed. And next thing you know, yours end up burning down and you're stuck there.
That's right.
What's funny about the fight we had in the newspaper is that the writer went around and asked the community, what did they think about this fight with this family, with this museum? And it was funny. I don't know what the guy's name. He's an author. He's a lawyer, Harvard lawyer. You probably know who I'm talking about. He's affiliated with the Black Wall Street Museum. You know what I'm talking about, Miss Parker. You know who I'm talking about. I can't think of his name. Hannibal Johnson.
Yes.
So
I know him.
They interview him.
He wrote a lot of books. He wrote a lot of books.
Well, yeah, I've read his books. I really like his books. But they interviewed him, and they interviewed a couple of people. And we're relatives of Dr. Jackson. All we're trying to do is open his estate. And they call us, they had these black folks were telling us we were outsiders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We were there trying to cause problems, create a kerfuffle. I said, no, we're just trying to open his estate.
But it's people like you. I've learned, and this happened in 2008. I've learned that people that comes like you from out of state, that is what is needed to change the minds of our people here, because they are so bamboozled, and it's just they brainwash and they go along. That's what it took to have. We need people from out of state.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because that's what my foundation is. Our family foundation is going to do. We're going to get resources from outside.
I mean, it's not easy, but with
Mayor
Monroe,
I heard.
With Mayor Monroe, you need to get with him.
Yeah,
okay.
Because what I'm thinking as we move forward, what we've got to do, because the major part for me when I was out there was they didn't have a problem being able to do what we wanted to get done. But like they said, Rashawn, you got to go back to California, and then we're going to be stuck with them. So whatever we got to do, we got to make sure it's done on a long term, because like I said, like I told them, I got white Californians, they out here talking about reparations in California. So amongst y'all white people, this is a different mindset. Like, I'm not used to this type of white person, I grew up around California white folks,
Right.
So, it's like, so for them, it's like the money's important there for those black steerers. Like, look, you can talk all this, you get this business started, but when you go back, this white dude is different from that dude. He's not going to allow it to stand. He may come burn it down. He may do this. So whatever we decide to do, we need to make sure that there's a long-term presence of outsiders there, because that's the thing. They wait for us to leave, and then they try to go back to the same system. So we got to make sure we can stand and protect it for long term. Mm-hmm.
Right.
We got to make sure if we go, we have a long-term advantage of outsiders, in a sense, staying there. Because what they try to do is get you to convert and become a citizen there. But we need outsiders that can come in and out of there, because they had the program where you wanted to stay. But I noticed once you got that program and moved, you became part of their program. So the thing is, we got to create the program, but a program where we're working with them from outside, inside, so that this way we come back every once a month, every 2 months or something like that, and sure whatever we got is taken care of. We can't just leave it.
That'll work.
I can tell you, my website's going to be like a plane, and I'm going to parachute in. and
last time they had planes come over there, they was a little scared.
Yeah, well, we're going to have planes, and I'm going to parachute in with some ideas. We're going to do soft infrastructure. I'm not going to try to build a hospital, which people are doing. We can do that later. But I'm going to use soft infrastructure. I'm trying to build the community up, trying to give them information about financial assistance. We want to start a boot camp for HBCU students to come in and do 5-6 weeks during the summer. We'll give them a stipend, give them an iPad, and let them go out and collect information on people's health. And they'll upload it into our database.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what we
but
really
we're going to be working with hospitals.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
What we really need on Greenwood, we need a building constructed that's owned by black people. There's nothing on Greenwood that's owned by black people. I was trying, one year, we was doing a petition trying to get the black people to have their own business. They paying these white folks $3,000 to $5,000 just to rent their building. And it's not, none of us is our building. So we get a piece of land and build a business, you know, just a business where these people could come in and have their own. That's what they're doing right now in North Point. Right now, the lady, she's supposed to be on it, but Kaiser has something to do with it. Terrence Crutcher Foundation is on it. It's supposed to own Pine and North Point. So she's still trying to raise money for, you know, businesses in there, all black businesses. But we're the people that's on Greenwood, we don't own anything. They still paying. It's really sad.
Yeah, I want to send you because we had some projects that we wanted to set and do on the uptown part in the northern side of Tulsa, where we had some tourism projects and tourism concepts that we had.
Wait, what is the uptown part? What you talking about? The uptown part?
Northern Tulsa, northern Tulsa.
Is that Pine and what?
Yeah, over there by you. Yeah, over there by your farm. Over there where Rahima facility was.
Okay, so that's between Cincinnati and Peoria. And we should work back this way from Pine to Cincinnati and Peoria, and then on down. But 36, they all. Well, the white folks is all the way back at 36th Street now. We don't own that because they finna put $1 million in. They put $1 million in refurbishing that, and that's where the casino is. So that's sad.
Yeah.
That was only for 3 years.
Listen. The leopard never changes his spot, man. Now listen, you gotta remember the history. Now listen to me. There was a land grab for black folks during shortly after the so a lot of land was grabbed. Okay, before Oklahoma became a state. The moment Oklahoma became a state, you start seeing the dwindling of those black townships, like Boley, Oklahoma, and Tatum, and all these other places. So the leopard, the enemy never changes his spot. He just waits for the weakest moment.
That's right.
The weakest moment, and that's when he pounces. So it really comes down to knowing what you're dealing with.
Right.
So there are four factions in Tulsa. You got black people of entitlement. The people who said to you, why are you coming in here starting mess? That's the black folk of entitlement. Then you got the blind religious folk. Okay? Then you got the black politicians, the political folk, and then you got the group of black people who all they care about is the money either way. They don't have the best interests of their own black people at heart, and they don't have the best interests of nobody else. All they care about is, so you got 4 different factions.
Yeah.
That's why they don't like Dr. Carter coming to Tulsa. They told me, don't you come back here.
What? Who told you?
I won't conform. I won't conform to what Brother Marshawn just described. So when we come together like this, we are the ones who actually can see what it really is. We're the ones who can actually not only see what it is, but make a strong impact going past all of the little cliques, because they done told Sister Rahima and Billy at our own Greenwood Cultural Center, you can't come in here with that. We done went down there and gave them people awards, and they wouldn't even come out their office. We got it on video.
Oh my Lord!
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The truth. That is the truth.
Well, that is the nature of what. But now here's the deal: what God has done with Black Wall Street USA is taking the spirit and the spirit only of our ancestors, irregardless to who's in Tulsa right now, and put it all over the world. South Africa, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Ghana, Panama. He's taken that spirit, Australia, Tokyo, Amsterdam, Paris. That's where we have people right now in this movement. So
that's perfect.
By you having the aspirations to make a bigger. See, this is bigger than anything that we could imagine. The Dr. A.C. Jackson Foundation, we just see right now ideas, visions, but it's bigger than anything we could ever imagine. We ain't even scratched the surface.
Well, let me explain what my great-grandfather did, H.A. Guest. That was Dr. Jackson's brother-in-law, and he was married to Dr. Jackson's oldest sister. So he was an attorney, graduated from Howard in 1903. He was an attorney, but he also worked with the Dawes Act, I think, where he was working with the tribes to kind of, to section off or apportion their land. So he did that for 5 or 6 years and said, well, we want to develop, we want to build oil on this land. We want to get oil on this land. So what he did was, okay, I know all this land that you guys want to build on. I've got tribal relations. Why don't you do this? I'll help you seal the deal, the lease, but I don't want to get paid an attorney fee. I want interest in that oil well. So that's what he did. So we kind of have to think that way. We got to be innovative because I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight these folks. I want to outthink them.
That's it.
Because you can't, when you fight them, you can fight them. I mean, I'm not saying not fight them.
They white folks. They gonna win. You got to think of another kind of way.
But you got to outthink them. So I think
that's
with the whole thing with the outside, I think with brother, what was the name again?
Marshawn Kinsley.
Marshawn, I think you got the right idea because some of these white folks in like where I am and in California, you're right. So we're going to have to swoop down and
you could have a black restaurant out here in California and white people going to come like crazy. Out there, they thinking about burning it down. You got to worry about it getting burned down, something happen if it get too successful, unless you're leasing from them. Now, if you're leasing from them, you're good to go. But if it's a black owned and you got it all by yourself and it's 100% and it's popular than the fish market they got, oh no, either you coming with us or we burning this down. And that's the problem. Either you deal with us or it burns down. So we've got to get successful at a grip. We can't go take one business at a time. We've got to take sort of franchises and grow all in one spot. You see, we can't just go and think we finna build one. No, we need to go 20 at one time and open up all these businesses in one whole section all at once and create sort of an alley right away that it's like nothing you can do because if we go one, it ain't gonna work. I already tried it. I've been out there 2 times.
That's what I'm saying about North Point. I mean, the new shopping center. We could go in with them. We got to start. We can't do one and one. We have to work with each other. So the person has already got the building. The person has already got the building. So we should go in and try to, help with them to succeed. Just like the Mexicans do. Then you build from there. But you got to start somewhere. But just like I brought that land. I brought that land out.
Holiday. Sorry, go ahead.
Speaking of healthcare,
y'all fire tonight, boy.
Speaking of healthcare, I got to bounce. I got to go get some my pharmacy. So I got to cut this thing short. So I do
too.
Okay. Yeah. Well, get the numbers to me. Get the numbers to me when you can, so I can get the call set in place, so we can get.
Well, just give him your number, sir, Martin. Give him your number.
310.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay.
I'll text it to each other. I'll text y'all each other's number.
Okay, perfect.
Is that like Marshawn Lynch? Is that like Marshawn Lynch?
M-A-R-S-H-O-N. M-A-R-S-H-O-N.
Okay.
So it's Mars.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
M-A-R-S-O-N?
S-H-O-N. Yeah, S-H-O-N.
S-H-O-N. Okay.
Yeah, Marshawn.
Okay,
Marshawn.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold on a second,
310.
Marshawn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start calling you Marshawn Lynch just to be funny.
Everybody does that.
310. Okay.
713.
1297. And what's the last four?
1297.
Okay. Okay, so my number is 971-280.
In 1 second.
09. Go ahead.
Give
Take
one
your
more
time.
971.
971-280. 0935.
3935.
Yeah, 0935.
Okay. How you spell your name?
Jon.
Okay, got it.
Jon Adams. I'm the first black president.
All right, gotcha.
State you from in? What state?
I'm in Portland, Oregon right now.
Okay.
But I consider Chicago my home because that's where my two boys are. So
I'm from Compton, California. So I was born and raised in Compton. So.
Straight out of Compton, huh?
Yeah, straight out of Compton.
Well, Marshawn, when you coming back to Tulsa? When you come back to Tulsa?
I told Rahima I'll be there after I get back from Burkina Faso. I got to get to Burkina Faso
I want to
for
go
the
there.
currency.
That man is
Yeah, we're going to go meet with him with the currency, with our digital currency, because they signed up with our currency.
I want to go.
They want me early December. So I got my birthday. I promised to spend with my daughter on my birthday on the 22nd of this month. So they wanted me to go, but I already made the promise to her. So I told them I'll go to the beginning of December. So I'll get all the plans out and set up in there for that part. But we'll be going with Black Wall Street, and introducing our currency with them as we sign on with our embassy with them. So we'll be going out there to kind of finalize. Yeah, for sure.
Can I send me the information? You got my number, right?
I'll get the information sent to you because we're going out there on the currency part.
I want to go.
Okay, no problem.
Dr. Carter, Ms. Parker, and Marshawn, I got to bounce. I got to go get some.
All right, we all got to bounce.
Okay,
hey,
y'all.
How y'all doing? We way over.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My
apologies.
Say a prayer, Dr. Carter.
I sure will. Thank y'all for coming out tonight to the South Carolina call. Yes.
Hey, which part of South Carolina y'all from?
Well, there ain't nobody on here except Sister Beverly Williams, but she's not saying nothing. She's the only one from South Carolina, but we about to close out. Is this Brother Freeman?
Yes, sir. I'm the implementation administrator for Black Wall Street Southeast Region, state of Georgia, and also Augusta, Georgia. President.
Now, this is the founder of Black Wall Street Augusta. Black Wall Street Augusta in Georgia. Go to blackwallstreet.org/Augusta. You can check out his new district that he has down there. Doing a great, marvelous job. In fact, he's the only one on here from the regional council. So we thank you, brother, for being on with us tonight. We have the descendant of one of the pioneers from Tulsa, Brother John Stuart Adams from Oregon, talking about his great-great-uncle, Dr. A.C. Jackson. And we'll be posting this. Yeah, amazing story. And we'll be posting this recording on the national YouTube channel and Facebook pages and all of that. And y'all can revisit it, but we're well over. So let me close out in prayer. Eternal God, our Father, we bless your name tonight. We glorify you. We thank you for allowing us yet another day. We thank you for all of your grace and your mercy. And may your countenance continue to shine over the length and breadth of this nation as we are struggling with egotistical and narcissistic spirits, selfish, self-centered, and self-absorbed leaders. We ask that you watch over our children, watch over Tulsa, and watch over this movement, and God bless the members of Black Wall Street USA. All right, everybody.
Amen,
we'll see you next week at 7. Amen. We'll see you next week at 7 p.m. Eastern for Black Wall Street, South Carolina. God bless you. Good night.
West Black Wall Street. The Greenwood neighborhood located in Tulsa, Oklahoma was a place where our ancestors came together to accomplish something that was unimaginable. we were relatively just out of slavery. We were in a time of finding ourselves, and here we were creating self-sustainable communities. What happens next? Black businesses and communities were bombed and burned to the ground. Colorado, a whole town was flooded because it was thriving while Black. It happens over and over again. But we have got to move forward faster to make up for lost time. Black wealth is critical to the success of our next generation. Black Wall Street National, like many before us, have one agenda: to recycle the Black dollar. Whoever controls the wealth controls the opportunities. If you are hearing this message, then understand you play a key role in this movement. Join us, spread the word. We'll teach you how to create your own NFTs, cryptocurrency, and how other professionals are leveraging blockchain technology so you can grow and help others too. Everyone is always talking about how hard it is to find Black this and Black that. Well, here's the opportunity. We are Black tech geeks. We are using technology to build Black Wall Street virtually, together. This allows us to bridge the gap between all Black businesses and communities across the nation. But to connect every Black-owned business, we need all of you to help. Black directories, we welcome you. We can do this together. By connecting our communities, we make it easier for our members to find each other. All my financial advisors, coaches, service-based businesses, there's a place for you as well. And you, influencers, come over to Black Wall Street National, create your groups, monetize them, build with the platform that really rocks with you. Bring friends here, find friends here, easily shop Black owned. If you have an Airbnb, list your rental. If you're trying to figure out what the next best thing is, then come find it. Join a group that shares the same path you're trying to follow. If you can't find a group, create one. Be a mentor, teach a class, share your services, list your products, promote your events. Find and connect with Black directories and organizations across the nation just by being a member. All this under one roof with organizations that care about you. We are our ancestors' wildest dreams, and we are and can accomplish anything.
and keep the movement moving. Lee True Vision is proud to have sponsored 100 members for deserving small businesses to take advantage of Black Wall Street USA member rewards. Lee True Vision Labs over sounds are born. Visions are created, and the truth is revealed.
Tulsa, for all intents and purposes, had become a ghost town and hadn't rebuilt, and has not ever rebuilt the whole Black Wall Street. And Boley is where a lot of people ran to when Black Wall Street was burned down. They tried to, because Boley was the largest of the all-black towns in Oklahoma at the time. It's interesting to go back to some of those towns now and see what's happening and kind of go through the museums that they have and kind of understand things from that perspective, and go to the rodeos. I have been fortunate to be I was the honorary mayor, and I was the honorary police chief.
All right.
In both.
They give us the special drugs. We call it bubbles.
I don't remember how we got there. We walked and walked for 2 days. We didn't eat. There was no food, just little rice. Without food, I was sick. The injection made us not to have mind. God will forgive us.
You remember January 6th, 1999?